Unbelievable. Marcello actually, he played all of his cards right. It's just Milton had the one out.
But what if I told you that one decision could have completely changed everything and actually solidified Marcello a spot at the finals of the 2017 World Championship? Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. So today I'm presenting to you a video discussing a lesson in the damage step. I was very inspired to make this video from the events that transpired from the semifinal match of the 2017 World Championship between Barberi and Milton, because literally one event could have changed the entire outcome of this tournament and could have had a completely different competitor in the finals. And I feel this is a very important must-watch video for any one of you guys, whether this is a completely new concept to you or if you need a quick refresher, because literally this one decision and this one piece of knowledge can literally win you a game in the semifinals of the 2017 World Championship. So it just goes to show that little meticulous things like this actually matter. So before we get into it, I want to give you guys some context as to the game itself. If you didn't see it, just so you know what's going on, I'm going to be showing you some clips, but I want to make sure you know everything that's fully going on. So as you can see here, Marcello has a board with Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King, on the field. It is currently only immune to spell effects because he tributed 2 spell cards to summon it, and he has an Imperial Order face up on the field as well, with a set card in his back row. Now, Milton did not open the greatest of hands whatsoever. Twin Twister got negated by the Imperial Order, and now he's forced to just set one of his several Yang Zing monsters that he opened with in his opening hand. So this puts him in a very awkward spot, and the reason I want to highlight this specifically is because we're going to see Marcello very masterfully deal with this Chi-Wen that he's now facing on the field. He knows the fact that he can use his set Pot of Duality because Imperial Order does not negate spell activations. Then he can chain the effect of his Masterpiece because he has one last continuous card in his graveyard to use the effect, making it Chain Link 2 to destroy the Chi-Wen. And since Chi-Wen is a when effect and not an if effect, it actually misses the timing, meaning that Milton does not get a special summon and Marcello can swing in for the 2950 damage he needs to take the lead. I wanted to highlight this specifically to show that Marcello is a very intelligent and skillful player. I think this is a play that the average player probably would not have realized that they could do, whether it's for the fact that Imperial Order would negate the duality or because of the fact that they wouldn't know how to chain block a Chi-Wen from being able to special summon another Yang Zing monster from the deck. So I wanted to just give some credibility here to Marcello to show that he actually knows what he's doing, especially given the circumstances that he's playing on the biggest world stage for any Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, period. So now we move on to Milton's next turn. It's his last turn because we are in time. This game actually started in time, and it's game 3, and he needs to put a significant amount of damage on board. The only way he is actually capable of doing this is by having an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno or drawing into a Soul Eating Overraptor to search the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Fossil Dig is not an option here because Imperial Order is negating all spell effects, but he needs the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to get over the Masterpiece because there's no spells and traps for Masterpiece to destroy or to banish to destroy the Conductor Tyranno. And then whether it's the damage from the Overraptor that he summoned to search the Conductor or with the Suwani that he has in his hand, he actually has just enough damage to take the game from Marcello. Well, through the heart of the fucking cards, this man manages to top deck the one lone copy of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno that he has in his deck. He doesn't even get the Overraptor, he gets the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, so it doesn't get more hype than this. He pitches Miscellaneous Saurus, he drops the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno down, he normal summons the Suwani, which is the last card in his hand, and then pretty much from there, Marcello's trying to contemplate is there anything left he can do, but ultimately, Milton goes in, swings for his attacks, and Marcello extends the handshake. Now, there's something really interesting here that I want you guys to realize. At the end of the match, as the players are scooping up their cards, Marcello flips up his face-down back row, which happened to be True Draco Apocalypse. Now, this changes everything. And I'm going to go ahead and read True Draco Apocalypse before we get into it. So True Draco Apocalypse reads, you can target one other True Draco or True King card you control, destroy it, and if you do, the attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls become half their current attack and defense, even if this card leaves the field. So you're probably questioning, well, how does this really have anything to do with that? Because Marcello doesn't have any other True Draco or True King cards on his field other than Masterpiece. Now, a lot of people might think, you know, on the attack declaration of the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, you could use True Draco Apocalypse to pop the Masterpiece to weaken both of Milton's monsters. The problem with that is that even by weakening both of those monsters, the combined sum of their attack value, even halved, is still enough to put Milton in the lead and give him the shot at the World Championship title. But this is where the damage step comes in, and this is why it's really, really fucking important to know these little nuances. Honestly, I didn't even realize this at the time, and granted, for someone who's on the stage of the World Championship trying to win the whole fucking thing, I can kind of give him a little slack for not seeing this immediately either. This is something that is just, it would completely slip your mind because it's so meticulous and so precise, but it can actually make a world of difference. And so basically what happens is when Milton used his Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to attack into Marcello's Masterpiece, the battle step and the attack declaration would occur. This is like when you use stuff like Mirror Force and when most people would think to use something like True Draco Apocalypse. However, if Marcello declared to move into the damage step, then activated True Draco Apocalypse. He's allowed to activate it because True Draco Apocalypse is a card that modifies the attack and defense values of monsters, and that is the requirement for a card that can be activated in the damage step. So if he used it in the damage step and blew up his own Masterpiece, yes, both the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and the Suwani would lose half of their attack values. The thing is, though, because we are now in the damage step, that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno does not get a replay attack and cannot attack Marcello directly. And the reason for this is because replay attacks, although they occur when a monster either leaves the field, especially the one that was being attacked, or if a new monster is added to the field, because it occurred in the damage step and not the battle step, the monster that's attacking does not get a replay attack. So that actually makes a world of difference because that means there isn't a 1750 Tyranno coming directly at Marcello's fucking face. All he's taking is the 950 from the Suwani, and that puts him at a higher life point total than Milton, meaning he could have won and made his way to the finals of the 2017 World Championship. That's absolutely crazy how something just as little and nuanced as that could have pretty much changed the entire outcome of not only just this semifinal match, but the entire World Championship itself, because then when he went up against Ryosuke in the finals, that match could have been completely different as well, and Marcello could have even won the entire thing. So the reason I wanted to bring this video to you guys is to really exemplify why this is so important to know even the most meticulous and the most nuanced of rulings in the rulebook, because literally it can win you a game when it really matters most. Now, one thing I didn't discuss is the psychological aspect that's going on here, because to be fair to Marcello, and really to be fair to anyone competing at the World Championship, this is the biggest stage when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! So you can probably imagine that there's a lot of pressure on you, whether you like to think so or not, because you're thinking to yourself, you're just 2 games away from being able to claim the prize of World Champion, and you're so close, and you're trying to do everything in your power and control to not make any single misplays, and you're looking over everything. And like I demonstrated at the beginning of the video, Marcello is a very intelligent and skilled player, and probably did things that the average player might not have picked up on in order to pretty much give him the highest probability to win, because frankly, if it wasn't for the fact that Milton had that Tyranno, he would have just won flat out in the first place. But Marcello had an opportunity to seal the win regardless, but it literally just slipped through his fingers because of one tiny technicality just in the way that the rules are structured in the game, and ultimately Milton went on to the finals. So again, I really just want to bring you guys this video to show the importance of really knowing your rulings, whether it's in the rulebook or even just card interactions in general. The more advanced rulings you know, especially about a deck that you've been playing for months or just a very extended period of time, those little things are going to add up and win you games that you probably might not have won had you not have been studied up on those little rulings, and ultimately it's going to bring you guys much greater success, whether you're playing casually or competitively. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about how this all transpired. Again, it could have just been a simple slip up under pressure, and again, like I said, I think it's something that a majority of players wouldn't have even caught, especially at first glance, and especially if they were in Marcello's shoes being in the semifinal match. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the situation, because ultimately it could have changed the entire course of history. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and if you found this video helpful, consider backing me on Patreon, because just by pledging only $1 a month, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.